like they did yesterday.
So we got 2 minutes. So
Woo-hoo.
you got to wait for the exact time.
Okay, see how it says we're live? There's Jeremy.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Okay, so you come back over here, Shushi. Go. We're gonna go to subscriptions.
Shushy Lou. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're going to bald home.
No, we'll go home.
Nobody's in the house yet.
No one's in the house yet. Look, no zeros. I mean, no people.
Oh,
Turn it down.
what do you mean turn it down?
Well, you
Well,
don't.
because you don't want to echo.
Got it. Oh, wrong direction.
Oh, look, people are already there.
Yeah, people. See, like Jeremy just said, come
Oh,
back,
look at
Jeremy,
how
say
fast.
hi.
Hi, Lydia. Hi, Taylor.
And
Hi, Amy.
Sherry's over here. Woo.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Wish you were here.
Yeah.
Hey, Connie. Hey,
Ooh,
Larissa.
look at this hair
Hey,
of mine.
Chloe.
Wonderful.
Hey, Lynn. Haven't gotten to meet you guys yet. Hey, Mallory.
Katie likes big buns too.
I do.
The other day on my Facebook, I put, I like big buns, and I had big bun. I put, I like big buns, and I cannot lie.
Hi, Jessica. Hi, Alexia.
Hi, Connie.
Hey, Hannah.
Connie and Company. I mean, Wendi and Company. Woo.
Christy and Valeria.
Now, you have a whole hour to do this, so you can just enjoy for a minute.
Barbie.
These people are here for a whole hour. You can just sit back.
Oh, okay.
This job is easy. You can sit back.
It's easy until I do it.
You're like, she's scrambling. And
I know.
I got to get it now. She's not even enjoying the moment.
What? Enjoy?
Bye, guys.
All right, now.
All right, y'all two have fun.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You know it's on.
Yeah, I know it's on. They don't care. They like to hear our.
You guys like to
They like to
going nuts?
ramble,
Huh?
going nuts. Right. I wanted to show them what I have for them. Darn it.
Cool.
Hmm.
Oh, it's on. Mine's going.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everybody a couple more minutes because it's straight up 12 noon, and I'm just looking for one thing I wanted to go over with y'all. So, how was your lunch? Did y'all eat anything? We haven't, but hopefully you have. Hopefully you got something to munch on. Oh, here's what I needed. Okay, it was right on top. How was the video? Did any of us? Oh, let's see. So far, that video, we just sent in our notes and took it from it. Mine looks a little like chicken scratch. No problem. I love chicken scratch. It tells me that you are doing the work. So, how was the video? Anybody? I'll give y'all a few minutes. Barbie, I'll let Jeremy know you said hey. So I was just curious if anyone had time to look at that video. That Sherry, they had to do another video. You can take this off if you want. It's up to you. I know. If you're like, we were talking about people with who have oilier skin and larger pores.
Yeah.
They get more hot with a mask.
Oh,
Randy.
Yes, you're right.
Randy, it tears him
oil.
up. Yes.
Yeah, the
he's
oil.
just,
Even the glasses. Oh my God.
Marina wrote 2 pages. So this more. Oh, good. Look at that. So see, Lynn is noting that.
Amazing.
So they had to watch one more YouTube for this week. So I had 3 that I went through the YouTubes to find the ones that were best, kind of fast paced. Yeah, she was a little fast paced. I agree. I'm kind of fast paced sometimes. I'm sorry, but I'm one of these fast paced. Get it, go. So,
I thought it was a guy.
well, no, that was their first video, and then they watched another one, and then this girl today that they did. For their second hour, they had to write more notes and do that. Some people got to maybe do it, and some people may not have gotten to do it yet. So I was just kind of curious. I wonder what asterisk 12 means, Victoria. Oh, phase. South. I don't know. So good, Marina. You wrote 2 pages. I like that. Okay, shows a lot of integrity. Okay, so we've got 21 people on. And Sherry's kind of learning to do this role for me. So I want to first tell you that we sent you, let me divide this paper up because the light is so bright. Sent you this assignment, and it may not have a lot of clarification, a lot of instructions. I want to go over that first with you. So in the chat, I will put some chat assignment. Oops, let me get it inside my box to chat. There we go. Assignment. For day 4, 1 to 2 p.m. That assignment doesn't have a lot of instruction, but that assignment, the number 1 says, I'll hold it up for you. What are the functions of the skin? You're just going to write me a little summary, and you can use some of these words from question 1 that I have bulleted here. Ashley Dukes likes bullet. I like bullets too. Just some of these little words here that are listed here. Some of these are some of the things that we talked about. As I look at these words and sort of browse through them, we have the hydrolipidic film. Okay, that is that barrier function. Part of that barrier function and that acid mantle. We have the transdermal epidermal water loss. We have the intercellular matrix, which is basically fluid. We have the epidermal growth factor. What are fibroblasts and what do they do and how do they contribute to the functions of the skin? Thermoregulation, that's our sweat glands that are going to help us with our body temperature and regulate our body. Sensations such as our nerves and the erector pili muscle. Those are also sensations or motor nerve. Excretion, the sweat glands and how there are 2, secretions and oil glands. Absorption, such as water, vitamin D from the sun, and topical products. So you can just give me a little. Number 1, what are the functions of the skin? These are some of the things that you could use in your own words. By you putting this in your own words, you are getting truly getting a true valid clock hour for that question. And what that question is going to tell me when it's turned in is that all of you are going to answer that just a little bit different. And I'm going to get a variety of answers because this is your work that you are doing for the 1 to 2 p.m. class. So the second question right here is describe the layers of the skin, how the skin gets its color, define collagen and elasticity, and then name the glands of the skin. Some talking points to help you remember are right here. So you could put it kind of in your own words, a little summary. We start with the layers of the skin, the stratum germinativum, the lucidum, the spinosum, the germinativum. And so you could put some talking points about what you remember about those different layers. Because we're wrapping up this week and you're not really taking a test. So we're wrapping up the week. So this is in lieu of kind of your test. The dermis and how it's 25 times thicker. It's the innermost layer of those 3 major layers: epidermis, dermis, hypodermis. How we have collagen, elastin, follicles, bulb, papilla, papillary, reticular, eccrine, apocrine, oil gland, erector pili, blood, lymph, sudoriferous, sweat, fundus, lymphocytes, hyaluronic acid, which is called a gag, tactile corpuscles, nerves, blood, lymph, root, shaft, cone-shaped structures. And then finally, the subcutaneous layer. So these are those layers of the skin that pertain to question number 2. So you essentially have 5 questions. What are the functions of the skin? Describe the layers of the skin. Describe how skin gets its color. Define collagen and elasticity. And then name the glands of the skin. So 5 questions with a few talking points or sentences under each one for your 1 to 2 p.m. assignment. Do y'all have any question? Yes. Again, we're going to email all assignments by 5 o'clock or at the end of your day. So if you're ending today right now after this, then you're not turning this in because you're not getting any hour for that. If you're going to do this and only this, and you're not coming back for 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock assignment, then you're done for the day. And whatever you've completed, you will simply send that in. So those of you who need instruction on how to do this assignment, I just went over it. If you're clocking in just a minute or 2 behind, you'll need to rewind the video to get all of that clarified. If there are any questions that maybe I failed to deliver, ask me now before we get started on our next little segue. I'll give y'all a few minutes for those comments to roll in. Again, it's just the integrity of getting this hour. And everyone's will look different. It's not something you could copy from another student because it needs to look different in order to get that credit. I hope y'all understand that. In previous classes, you know, I know that assignments can be difficult, but just remember, you're not driving in. You're doing it at the comfort of your home. Yes, so like a paragraph for each answer. Perfect, Monica. And one of the things that we had talked about earlier weeks of doing distance learning is that I chose this platform, YouTube, and TDLR allowed it, which is lovely. A paragraph form is fine, Lynn. Good question. Or if you want to, however it is for you to articulate, but really paragraph form shows shows knowledge. And you can type it if you want. That would be fine. You know, the Zoom platform, they're at St. Gabriel's and some of the other high schools, the teachers were using Zoom and they were not allowing their students to lay down. They were not allowing their students to do anything but sit in an upright, and they had to show them that they were doing all this stuff. So I need that integrity of TDLR and showing that you have your work. So this is how you are getting a true full hour for your effort and your work. So that goes over the assignment. I'm sorry, there wasn't a lot of instruction on that when it was sent out to you. So if you don't, if you're chiming in late or you need to rewind this video, go for it. No problem. We got 31 people on today, Sherry. Okay, so now this next few minutes is just going to be simple little question review for the nail. We need to review the parts of the nail. So I'm going to have you observe me do this, because on the next one from 3 to 4, I'm going to have you practice doing what I'm doing. So it's going to be the same style that I'm doing now, but different questions. Okay. Sometimes I usually print this out for the students. Okay. So I just, there's a little questions I'm going to give you, and I'm going to hold it up. And these are so easy on the nail. It's a less complicated. They are hard because we still have to remember them. But I'm just going to bring this picture up. Oops, let me take these apart. So I'm going to bring up this first question right here. Oops, that's the wrong one, Sherry. This one, sorry. I'm on page 1. This is page 1, but you see. Okay, there you go. All right, so right here, we're just pointing to the structure right here. And I'm going to read that to you. What is the portion of the living skin that supports the nail plate? What is the part of the living skin that supports the nail plate? Now, Sherry, in most times, if I weren't doing 15 reports right now at the same time, I would have this typed out for them to be able to see. But my lack of time this week has been pretty, you know, with Joanna having her surgery. And so you see how I'm just pushing it up to the camera in hopes that they can see it. And then and sometimes I write it for you. So this one right here, it's pointing to the bottom one. And the question reads, what is the portion of the living skin that supports the nail plate, the nail bed? Fantastic. Okay, now number 2. I'm going to put number 2 and number 3 for those of you who need to look at it kind of close. And hopefully the camera can pick it up. Is that good?
Hasn't gotten there yet.
That's fine, Maribel. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, on your end. Okay, the outer layer of the skin is known at the protective layer. The outer layer of the skin. Now this goes back to a skin question. What is the outer layer of skin known as the protective layer? You don't have to write it. We're just listening. Blurry. Okay, I'll just read it to you then. So what is the outer layer of the skin known as the protective layer? And this is an easy one because we just got through reviewing it this morning. What is the outer layer of the skin known as the protective layer? My chair is kind of squeaky. I bet it sounds terrible with the microphone. Outer layer of the skin known as the protective layer, epidermis. There we go. It's rolling in. See how it's rolling in? How it takes a few minutes. Okay.
Right, because there's
Yeah,
a delay.
right. Okay, what is the light-colored half moon at the base of the nail? Light-colored half moon at the base of the nail. What you essentially have to remember is if I were up at the writing board and you were sitting in your chair in the classroom, this would be a form of a review, okay? The lanula, fantastic. And those of you who want to write stuff down, you may, but it's not, this is not turned in to me. Okay. Now we have some matching. What is the area at the base of the nail where the fold meets the nail plate? Then it acts as a protective seal, and it often gets confused with the cuticle. I'm going to write that question in the chat box, and I'm going to shorten it. At base of nail, where the fold meets the nail plate. It's confused with cuticle. Excellent, Chloe and Amy Scaines, fantastic. That is the eponychium, and y'all spelt it right. Perfect. So yes, that's a little tricky one. The matrix is, remember, down embedded underneath the eponychium. So the answer is, oh, this is so I'm on this one. You see? Yeah, I know.
Where's the
You know what I mean? That gets very... Okay, now what is the portion of the nail that is buried in a fold of skin located at the base of the nails? That's
it's a picture.
yeah, and see, it says it right there. So, oh, it probably just got chopped off right up here. No? Oh yeah, right there. I'm going to write this down. Portion of the nail that is buried in a fold of skin at the base of the nail. Yeah, that we'll have to discuss. Okay, perfect, Chloe. That's the matrix. So it's buried underneath this fold of, so here's our fold of skin at the base of the nail known as the eponychium. Oops, let me put my finger a little taller. Here's that fold of skin right here. That's the eponychium. And down below it, it's buried down inside of there. I'm gonna, no worries. The ride. Sorry. Protective seal of skin between the free edge and tip of finger. Sorry about that. I don't know how many, all of you young people are so great without a mouse, and I'm having to use my hyponychium. Fantastic. So right below it's a protective seal right there that keeps bacteria from going into that nail plate and causing infection. So it does have a protective seal, and it's between the free edge and the tip of the finger, hyponychium. Oh yeah, Connor, she is on fire. I'm just going to start calling her Fire from now on. Okay, so my next page, so that is like a Quizlet. That's the first one. These are some images of kind of what it looks like. So we're just going to do it aloud today, and I appreciate y'all helping me. I've had a lot of government reports due. Okay, the middle, we're on the next question. The middle layer of the skin. This is a dermal layer that consists of nerves, nerve endings, blood capillaries, sweat glands, and fibers. So what it essentially is the dermal layer in the middle called, so easy, the dermal layer that has nerves, nerve endings, blood vessels, sweat glands, and fibers, and it's the middle layer. Now, in the past, we've been hearing the word innermost and outermost. So when we talk about the dermis can be called innermost, middle, and dermis, and true skin. So yes, it can be all of those answers. This was a multiple choice that was given to me, and it is the dermis. The dermis would have been the answer, but all of those questions are correct. Number 2, this is number 2 on my test, my Quizlet. The part of the nail beneath the nail plate and nail root, the matrix produces skin cells from the actual nail plate. That's a strange question here. Okay, the part of the nail beneath the nail plate and nail root. That is the weirdest question. I didn't read. Isn't that weird? Did they have a typo in that one? Well, y'all are close.
The nail plate and the
This
nail
is a strangely worded question on this
Part of
Quizlet.
the nail beneath
The nail plate and the nail root. Well, I'm
it
putting
produces skin cells from the actual nail plate.
right. We're putting mantle and matrix. That was a terrible question. We're gonna move on. Yeah, and I could see where you think nail bed, but a terribly worded question because let's just forget it. Okay, number 3. Dead, colorless tissue attached to the natural nail plate. Dead is your dead, right? Whoa. Dead, colorless tissue attached to the nail plate. Remember, I said I have a lot of this. Yes, it's hardened keratin. Okay, yeah, but what is that? What is it that?
You always have to trim it off.
I always have to trim it off. We have a lot of it. We have to push it back.
Yeah, Victoria.
There we go. Cuticle. Good. So it is our cuticle, which sometimes gets confused, as they said and mentioned earlier, with eponychium. So it's the dead, colorless tissue that's attached to the natural nail plate. Now, nail technicians, as we go into diseases with you, I'm going to try to point to this on the screen. Right here, this attachment of the, there we go. This attachment of skin, like you can probably even see mine, this attachment of skin that's lifting, that's dead, that is what the technical term for that dead, loosened skin is, pterygium. And it's going to be a term that you've got to, I left out the E. PTY. Oh, I keep typing it one. PTY. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, there's not. Oh gosh.
ER. ER. Oh my God. That's the reading. Tell them the P is silent.
Yeah, the P is silent. I gotta write it. PTY. It's gonna bug me. I've spelled that word for 100 years.
Right, me too.
Ka. Just now, right? PTERY. G. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. PTERYGUM. There we go. Pterygium. The P is silent. So that dead tissue and dead skin, it's called pterygium. Hair people, you will probably see that on your test as well. Okay. The next one, the folds of skin. Now, did you hear that? The folds of skin that overlap the side of the nail to support the nail plate. What is that? Folds of skin that overlap the side of the nail. What's true false? Now I'm making it that way. I can hear everything you say. Quit it. I'm making it my own. It's not a true false.
Oh,
I'm making it my own.
sorry.
Good. Nail wall. Now let's slide another one in there that it can also be called, and we just haven't been saying it enough. Perionychium. So it could be perionychium, and it could be nail wall, and it could be nail fold. So fold, wall, and perionychium. I like how they make us crazy learning 3 different words for one thing. So much fun. All right. Hardened keratin plate that sits on and covers the nail bed. The hardened keratin plate that sits on and covers the bed. What's the other term for the hardened keratin plate that sits on? Hardened keratin plate that sits on the nail bed. Well, the word plate is already in there, so it would be another answer. So it's essentially asking you what's another term for nail plate. There you go, Lynn. Good. Nail body. Good. Plate and body, remember, mean the same thing. We're going to do one more of these and start wrapping it up. It's going to be another little Quizlet like this. There's some images on this one, but I don't think this image thing is working very good. In the future, on the next one that Sherry does, we will type these, and you'll hold them up instead of reading them aloud. Her eyes are as big as quarters. We're going to let y'all are going to be her guinea pig try this on our next one. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Oh, hold on. This one's a little tricky. What lies beneath? I'll put it underneath. Lies underneath nail plate, and it provides nourishment. A lot of people would like to say matrix, but let's give a different answer. Perfect. Bed. It's the nail bed. Good. Now this one you've already said in your answers before, and it's worded just a little bit different because it's a different Quizlet. Soft tissue that protects the side of the nail from bacteria. Soft tissue that protects the side of the nail from bacteria. Well, you know, underneath the fingertip, we said that bacteria cannot get under there from the hyponychium. And we said right here that that the eponychium kind of protects that. Good. It's nail wall. And we just got through saying what it's another term for a nail wall. The nail wall. Ooh, Chloe, that's the only one you didn't get. Darn it. Nail grooves or tracks are what allows the nail to grow as it moves. That's all right, girlfriend. You've gotten 90, 100% of them correct all the time. Nail wall is also called the, again, perionychium. Okay, nice. All right, going on to the next one. This is a different way of asking the same question. Perio something. Okay, hardest part of the nail, which grows over the fingertip and is usually white in color. See how that question is, see how that question was good, Olivia. Free edge, good. See how that question was worded just a little bit different, but yet you know it. Mm-hmm. This is another same question. Okay, here's this one worded just a little bit different too. Oh, it is harder because it's more keratinized. Yes. Visible part. I'm spelling wrong. Visible part of the matrix, which is crescent shaped. Boy, that typing is terrible. It's this keypad over here. I touched the keypad and it.
Yeah.
I lay my wrists on it. Visible part of the matrix has the crescent shape. Good. That's our lanula. Okay, here's another rewording of the question. Part of the nail made up of keratinized or keratinized. Did y'all hear how that one man said it? It is keratinized layers and protects the nail bed. See how that's worded a little different? Part of the nail, which is made of keratinized layers and covers and protects the nail bed. This one's easy and it has two terms. Perfect. Plate. Don't y'all love how these are reworded just to kind of give you like brain power, make you use your brain? Okay. New cells are produced in this area. Body yodi yodi.
I'm doing this in my project at the same time. Good for
Good.
you, Jessica.
Good job. You can, hey, you can multitask.
Hey,
Good
yeah,
for you.
man. Teach me.
Oh, you do well with that.
I can do both at the same time.
Yeah, you're good at that.
I can scratch my nose and rub my belly.
So the
same time.
mantle is lodged in with the matrix, but the mantle is not going to give us the nourishment and the regrowth. So it's going to be the matrix. The matrix, if that guy is damaged, the mantle is damaged along with him. But the matrix is going to be producing the new cells for reproduction. See, good little questions.
Good there. Look at the answers.
Okay. Okay. So we are done with our review of our nails. I'm going to leave my mic on for people who have questions. Y'all can leave it on at, what time? We're at 32. At 10 till 1, because it's 12:30. In 20 minutes, come back and log in and log out with your name. Is there any way to heal and replace the damage? No, unfortunately. And if that's crushed right down there at the base of the nail, then your nail may grow back bumpy, or it may not grow back normal. It may have a lot of atrophy to it where it's so delicate and lifeless and very little bit of the nail would be left on the nail bed. This is going to give you time because I know that I loaded you down with this question right here, the little paragraph. I know I loaded y'all down with that and I feel bad. And you have your project, but it is Friday, and at 5 o'clock, you can say, I'm done with histology. So I'm going to silence my mic, but I'll be here right here in the event that you have some questions. Sherry, can you see their questions coming in? Because I might do work on another screen.
Do you not want me to do?
Oh, yeah, do the roll call. Yeah, keep
and
them.
then
yeah.
So it only shows me I'm only at the top.
Okay.
I mean, I just started.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I mean, I can see them afterwards.
I'm going to just keep my screen up. Let's see here. Anyway, okay. So there's no weekend classes, April. So Monday back at 9 o'clock again. So no weekend classes. Nail technicians, if there's if there's a lot of you out there and there's people that are not really coming back to the building for various reasons, from work to children to scheduling to still trying to mentally get ready to prepare to get out of the home, and you want to be in the building, you might just give me a shout. We can take people who want to come in and use the easy drive time through the summertime, especially to come into the building. So if you want to do that, just shoot me an email and ask me If you'd rather not do Monday and you want to come in on Tuesday as a nail technician, just come, we've got room for you. The distance at the 25% is just fine. It hasn't been horrible. So feel free to get some some practical hours, non-theory hours, by coming in if you want to kind of change up your pace a little. Just remember, you're either distance learning where you are Monday through Friday, or you are online. I mean, your physical brick and mortar attendance, which is Tuesday through Friday. And you can either do, 8:30 to 2:30, or stay as long as you can. Doesn't have to be restricted, but the minimum would be 8:30 to 2:30, or 8:30 to 5. So those 4 days would give you the 8 hours, and the 5 days at home would give you the same accumulated time. I hope that makes sense. But please feel free to come in and kind of go back and forth if you want, because we're tracking your theory hours that are allowable, and we're tracking your physical attended hours. So you will have to have some physical attended hours in the building at some point. So if you want to get some of those done and you want to come in, that's great. So it's just completely up to you. You could even be a model for a hairdresser if you want to get your hair done. Come in, or an esthetician may want to practice waxing or something like that. So you could just physically be in the building, absorbing more of the physical aspect than the distance learning home aspect. So I'm just going to silence. Let's see here. I just want to do remote until, okay. No worries. That works great. Right now, y'all are just staying online and starting to work on your other things. Yes, we do natural hair. We sure do. Y'all are just working on assignments until about, let's see, 12:50. We'll start the final roll call. And y'all can sit there and do your work and split the screen, or log off to do it and then log back on. Okay, so you can log on and off and work on your assignment that's been sent to your email, because I know that one was a little bit trickier. I just wanted to go over those parts of the nail again with you because we had not reiterated and done as much repetition on that. Let's see. Oh, yes. The transdermal water loss. Transdermal water loss. That's called evaporation. We talked about a little bit about, I use my milk in the car and the evaporation, transdermal water loss. No problem. There's notes everywhere, I'm sure. Those of you who are brand new distance learning, some of you who are not, y'all can, or haven't been on there a while. On the assignment sent out with the last diagram. Okay, yes. So on that diagram, the circle on the assignment, there's a circle, and in the inside, you're going to write the 5 layers of epidermis. So the 5 layers of epidermis, and then on each one of those vines, you're going to write stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, yada, 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 yada. And then you will just give a few points. Like, for example, in the basal germinativa mucosum layer, on those little vines, you'll write mitosis occurs, melanin starts, those things. One of them is just granulosum, which is just it's just a granular layer. So you probably only have a granular layer written on that. So just a few little talking points. That's a image that for learning purposes called mind mapping. And then Ashley, let me find out on your situation on the books and stuff. I do know that either workbooks or the textbooks all came in. So one of them made it, and now we're waiting on the other one. Okay, good, Amy. I'm glad. Yeah, it is a little confusing. But yeah, I did load y'all down with a lot of work, but yesterday I didn't make y'all write, and I just read those state board questions to you, and y'all got to just kind of take a little bit of a chill. So I was just, I'm sorry I loaded y'all down today, but y'all can just work on that. That's pretty, Sherry, that ring.
I
That
forgot
is,
my other ring. So
that
it
is
on this
so
hand. Isn't that
beautiful.
nice? And you're the first one to ever complimented me on it.
That
I've worn
is
it a million
so
times
it is
when I was in
gorgeous.
school all the time.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I wore it on this hand, and I just
Oh, maybe
my-
that hand's more
it
noticeable.
is.
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Oh, okay, Monica. So yes, you were one of the ones that got only the darn workbook. Ugh. I'm telling you. For the longest, all the deliveries, they were putting essential stuff like paper towels. So deliveries were loaded and we couldn't get any supplies. The 3D is, oh, yes, Lauren, you're exactly correct. I know, Ashley. Oh, show you the example. Yeah. Here is one. This one's like styrofoam. This one, I don't think it would ever deteriorate. I don't know what this person used to attach those ramen noodles right there. My mom is so funny. She says ramen noodles. I have to tell her, Mom, it's not ramen.
It's cute.
Oh, you know what, Amy? That might be a good idea. Let me write that down, and then I can talk to you at the 3 o'clock. Let me write that down. Got my little list here.
This is done.
So we're still sitting at about 10 more minutes before y'all start logging out. Oh, so Olivia, the last assignment for the day is this. Let me see if I have that picture. I thought it was right here. I have so many papers here with my reports,
Is
everybody.
this anything right here?
No. It looks like a little,
Diorama? That?
no.
Why is that
You're
showing?
close. Katie emailed it. It looks like a mind map. It looks like a tree with a circle in the center, and it's got little branches on it. I think that girl took it away from me. I'm going to have to get her. I'm going to get her. I will cut her. Oh, wait, here it is. Remember that? I will cut her. I will cut her. Okay. It looks like this. Oh,
Just leave that there.
gosh. The liquid paper stuck to it. Olivia, Fleck, if you're out there, it looks like this. Sorry, this is me just cutting off an extra branch because you just needed 5 layers of the skin go in the center. Then you label each one of these, and then give a couple little factoids about each one. So you draw your own little picture. Yeah, that is terrible. I have to recreate that. Katie Lou. Okay. All right. So Sherry, I'm going to put y'all on mute because I'm going to talk to Sherry, and then y'all can log out at 12:50.